everyone. First live stream in a month, and I have an awesome group of people here. So tonight we're going to be talking rotten movie recommendations from the 1980s. This is all stuff that we personally tell you. It's got our stamp of approval. We're not talking The Thing. We're not talking Batman 89. We're not talking Goonies. We're talking stuff that is rotten, according to critics, because critics don't know what the heck they're talking about. So anyways, let's work our way around this awesome panel. Everyone can introduce themselves, and then we will dive into our 5 choices each. So why don't we go over to my side with 4K Lowedown, and what you got going on? Introduce yourself.
Hey, everybody. I'm David from the 4K Lowedown with channels on all the games and tubes and fun stuff. So I'm looking forward to this. Tim, thanks for having me on. Let's go.
Glad to have you. All right. Now we're going to move over to Vengeance Media, which hopefully he has a YouTube coming soon. I would hope. Man, you put out killer IG content, man.
Oh, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Well, I am on Vengeance Media. I do loads of pickups and hauls on Instagram. I make TikTok videos in my local HMV. And I'm known for administration for mid-level media and Married with Media, Ken and Michelle. And you can catch me there on any live streams that they do, along with my co-host, with the co-host here, My Killer Podcast. She also does the administrations for Ken and Michelle. So so you can catch me there, and you can catch me on Instagram and TikTok. So awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's big time too. Ken's channel is blowing up. My gosh, he's what, over 11,000 now?
Yeah, it's crazy.
His channel is blowing up. Alrighty. Now for Mega Mike the Movie Man. First time on here. Thanks for being here.
Yes, thanks for having me, Tim. Yeah, Mega Mike the Movie Man. You all know the mega movie plan today is to win some rounds here. I'm ready to go. But you guys can follow me on my own YouTube channel, Mega Mike the Movie Man, also on Instagram. I post content daily, so collection videos, hauls, reviews, rankings, unboxings, you name it. I got it on my channel. So definitely check out there and sub when you can. But I'm ready, Tim. I'm ready to battle here.
All righty. For subbing, everyone down below, all the information there for everyone. So make sure you sub, follow, all that fun stuff. And now on to Huck, the trivia master.
All right, Tim, thanks for having us on, man. This is going to be such a blast. I am pumped for this topic. Yes, as he mentioned, on my channel, I do fun stuff, including the trivia, which, by the way, right above me, 4K Lowedown. It's going to be on Monday night. We got one coming up, so do tune in Monday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 o'clock East Coast. And Vengeance, I don't know what time that is for you, but baby, you better show up.
Yes.
Yeah, we got morning shows, out and about Blu-ray hunts. I do tours. If there's local exhibits, I'll go do some tours for you guys. Like I did the Academy recently of Motion Pictures. That was awesome. All kinds of fun stuff, y'all. So go check it out if you haven't. Thanks.
Yeah, your morning shows are a lot of fun. When I'm driving my truck, I put them on kind of like a podcast.
Nice. That's what we try to do, man. Yeah, the more people that come to that, the more chit chat we can do.
Yeah. Alrighty. Now we're moving over to Mel, which, sorry, I don't have the shirt on today. But,
come on. No, I'm kidding.
It is an awesome shirt, though. Go to her link, anyone that wants it. Yeah. My Killer Podcast with a killer logo shirt. It only took, how long to make. People were requesting it for a long time.
I know. People want hats, and I can't figure out how to get that in the works, but I'm working on it. But I'm Mel from My Killer Podcast. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Letterboxd, TikTok, Twitter, all the things. Come hang out.
Now, Tim, you got to cut your shirt like Mel, though. I want the sleeveless, man. I want you like girling it up, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Look at that.
She's ready to flex on us tonight.
Yeah.
That's right.
This is actually a tour shirt. Seeing him on tour. But anyways, we'll run through the chat real quick, see who's here, and then we'll hop on to the first roundabout and see what everyone chose, which there's going to be some very rotten stuff chosen, and I like that. We got Jerry here. Jerry's supporting everyone. He's awesome.
What's up, Jerry?
Convicted Cinephile. Ahoy there, movie geeks. Have a great stream. I'll catch the replay. Watching Robin Hood Men in Tights. All right. My Killer Podcast is here.
Yes.
Really?
Ken's here. Great lineup. Looking forward to it. Robzilla,
Hey,
hello. Thank you, bringing the great content. I'm trying. Like I said, I hit like a mental block, which is why I didn't have a stream for like a month. Sometimes brain just does not work. Holland Oates, hey party people. We got Huck here.
Huck's here.
Huck.
Jackson,
What the fuck?
Y'all. I saw Chopping Mall. Indeed, you did. Chopping Mall is rotten and awesome. And I already lost. What's up, everyone? Mika. Mika, great.
Hey, Mika, girl.
Hey, Mika.
Hi, all.
Alan's here.
More. Hello, everyone. Got Latula Moore here. We got Johnny's Boutique.
Johnny.
All right. We got Bin Buster. Blu-ray King. I am
Blu-ray
going
King.
to give a quick shout out to Blu-ray King. I played his Rotten or Not game, which is kind of what brought this whole topic into my mind. So people go check out his Rotten or Not game he has. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah. Convention show his collection, please.
Just write down all of it.
Right now.
Just take your video and just go like that.
Yeah.
Here's my spin it like a pizza.
Mid-Level's channel is growing so much it'll overtake What Movie One. Honestly, at the pace it's going, I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't be
feel like
surprised.
He has
Yeah.
Ratman to thank for that. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, all hell Ratman.
My collection, a lot of my collection is on Instagram. If you want to see that, then go on my Instagram and see it on there.
I love your HMV stuff because
Yeah,
me
too.
So I love that stuff.
Thank you, buddy.
I had no idea Chopping Ball was rotten. Yeah. Wait, from the 90s. Thanks, man. Movie Hunter here. And Dominican
Hey,
Scott.
Dimension.
Yeah.
All right. I can never pronounce it right. Dominican or Dimension.
He said to pronounce it like Dimension.
Okay. Yeah.
I've actually talked to him before.
I'm bad at. Yeah, he's a super nice guy. I'm
Yeah.
bad at pronouncing everything. But anyways.
Hey,
let's-
Tim.
Yes.
Just want you to know, our friend Convicted Cinephile, who's going to go watch Robin Hood Men in Tights instead of watch this, by the way, is rotten at 41%. Let's go.
Oh.
He's watching a rotten movie while we talk about rotten movies.
Perfect. All right. David, you want to kick us off?
All right. Yeah, this was harder than I thought to try to put this together. Movies that I thought were rotten turned out not to be rotten. So I went the other way and grabbed movies that I thought wouldn't be rotten that turned out to be rotten. And my first one with a critic score of 11%, audience score of 49% is Dead Heat.
Oh, that's your jam, Tim.
It's in my.
Huck, it's going to be Tim tonight and not
Girl.
me, baby.
Yeah. It's okay.
I'm telling
Right
you,
out of the gate, Tim.
I adore this movie. So
I
awesome.
love this
choice.
movie.
I love it so much. Oh my gosh. Choice
It's one of
number
my first buys on Vinegar Syndrome, and I love this movie.
That was a great release.
absolutely. Yeah, it's
What year was that, David?
88.
88.
Cool. Episcopo at his height.
Oh my gosh, that is
Right before the steroids. And
anyone that has not dived into Vinegar Syndrome, though, that is like an awesome intro title. Like it is.
Yeah.
It is not one of Vinegar Syndrome has that reputation of a lot of like trashy stuff. This is like a legit studio movie that just never gained traction. So that is an awesome first choice. 2 thumbs up. Love it. I don't know how the heck that has an 11%.
right.
All right. Vengeance Media, what do you got going on? What's your
I've
first?
got a classic from 1988, and it's one of Ken's favorites as well. So this is a good one. This is Mac and Me, and it is 7% rotten.
7?
Super rotten.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I looked that one up too.
Yeah. I did too. Turned out I didn't have it. I was like, I could have sworn I had that movie.
I definitely don't have that movie.
Yeah, me either, but
I do have. It's a Shout Select, right? I believe
Yeah.
it's a.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh wow! So we're also a friendly little game of whoever has the lowest score. I'm curious. So right now, 7% is the lowest score. If anyone has like a 0 or a 1%, that'll be pretty funny.
Do honorable mentions count?
When we get to the very
Because
end,
these are supposed to be movies where we would actually recommend to people, right?
yeah.
Okay. Because I found a low score, but I don't know how much I would recommend those movies.
No,
It's that movie. It's that movie.
no, yeah, legit. You would recommend this to somebody, and you don't want to torture them.
Well, that was not part of the criteria.
I'm going to have to take some off of my list.
No, that was not. No, I'm sticking to the stack. Let's go, Nick.
What about pitching it to someone you don't like? Is that possible?
That could work if you don't like them.
Sure.
All right.
We like here.
Mega Mike, what you got?
All right, let's go with Neighbors. This movie, I think, is really, really funny. You get John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd in it, but it's at 57%. So, just barely gets the rock. Just barely, but I think it's a really funny movie. So I'm surprised it wasn't higher. I would have expected, 60%, 70%. But this movie is hilarious. I think it's just really good, funny banter back and forth between this all-star talent here. So I think it's a really good movie. And I don't know why it's rotten, but I really like this one. I don't know if anybody's seen Neighbors. Anybody else?
I haven't.
Out there?
I've seen it.
I've seen it.
It's a classic. It's a classic. Why is it rotten?
I know. I don't know why it's rotten. You got John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd. I mean, it's great. Really fun.
What's the general plot synopsis on that one?
So basically, the neighbors move in and then cause all sorts of shenanigans and havoc and just are like irritating John Belushi's character. And John Belushi's like, what are these neighbors doing? They just start doing weird things. Like Dan Aykroyd's character is like, oh, let me borrow your car. I'm going to go to this new Italian place, get you this great Italian dinner for having us as neighbors. And he like goes to his house next door and starts trying to cook some pasta and like it's falling everywhere. He's like putting it back. So it's like, Dan Aykroyd's character is just being really weird. Oh, and then his wife is like trying to get at John Belushi's character the whole time and like, have an affair with him with like, keeping it all under wraps. So it's all sorts of funny shenanigans.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to write that one down. That really intrigued me. I've never seen that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good comedy. It's really enjoyable.
Classic. It's so good.
Yeah, I was surprised it was rotten. I'm like, no way. But it was just barely.
I'm the one out of the loop there. Right? All the rest of you seen it, and I haven't.
I haven't seen it. Sounds interesting, though.
It does. All right. Huck, what you got?
All right. So when I dialed in this thing here, I wanted to pick out things that maybe some people haven't seen out there. And my first pick feels like a John Hughes movie that isn't a John Hughes movie. And this is my highest one at 50% rotten. Just One of the Guys.
Ooh,
this is an outstanding comedy. Joyce Heiser, Clayton Rohner, Billy, her brother Billy. It's basically a story about this girl. It's very much a Tootsie syndrome. So Dustin Hoffman had to dress as a woman, while Joyce Heiser isn't taken like seriously in high school. Like she wants to get into this news competition, and she feels she's being slighted because she's not a man because the guy's a sexist pig. So she goes to another school, cuts her hair, and passes herself off as a boy. And it's really funny. And she is so damn good. I fell in love with Joyce on this. And I think that the role reversal is just as effective as it was in Tootsie. No one really talks about this film. And I think personally, it feels like a John Hughes movie. It's got that sort of weird science feel kind of thing, like that with that age and the comedy. So if you haven't seen Just One of the Guys, I was so happy when this got an upgraded Blu-ray. So that's my first pick. Love it.
Nice one, Huck.
I appreciate the reminder on that because I had that pre-ordered from Amazon, and I think that was a manufacturer on demand where it was kind of sitting in that pre-order limbo for so long, and I ended up canceling it. So now you just reminded me, and I got to put the order in. So yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah, I love that one a lot. It's always pricey too for some reason. When it was on DVD, it was $22, and then the Blu-ray came out. DVD drops to $5, and now the Blu-ray is $22. I'm like, what's up with this title?
It's
They're getting
Sony, right? Is it Sony?
Yes, it is. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's why Sony's manufacture on demand stuff is pricey, but
Mhm.
yeah, I still want it regardless. Anyways, Mel, what you got for your first choice?
All right. Kenny Levels. Funny you should mention this. I'm going to go on a rant for a minute. So, The Burbs is rotten.
It is?
And I am so mad about it.
Oh my god!
Oh
This is literally
no!
the
That's
first
the
one
reason
looked
why I
up.
didn't pick it because I
Favorite
knew.
movie.
That's
You
why
gotta
I
let
didn't
Mel
pick
have
Dead
this
Heat
one.
too, because I was like, I knew that was Tim's jam, so I was like, I'm not touching that one.
Yeah.
But it's from 1989. It came in at 53%. So yeah, it's just under, but it's still rotten. It has an audience score of 71%, which upsets me too, because that should be so much higher because this movie is awesome. Everybody show this movie some love. Okay, thanks.
I am shocked that's rotten.
I know, right? Why?
What's its percentage?
It's 53%.
Oh my
Isn't that
gosh!
sad?
Look, Mel, I just picked it up thanks to all your praising of that movie when Target had the buy two get one free. That was my free one. So
yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
saw that.
wait, I'm gonna
It's
have little
like
Mel sitting on my
Megamike's
shoulder.
pick as well. That's a classic. And
Yeah.
It
It's-
totally is. This is a great movie. It's funny. It's borderline horror-ish. It doesn't fall in the horror genre, but it's kind of horror-ish, you know. But
Yeah.
it has excellent one-liners in it. I quote this movie all the time.
Oh yeah.
It's a Tom Hanks movie, for God's sake. I don't know.
Amen, sister.
It blows my mind, and I'm very upset about it.
Gosh.
But I tell everybody to watch this movie.
Yes, you do.
I like based my entire YouTube platform on the bird.
You pushed
And it's
that
a
almost as much as
stinker.
Tim pushed Apex.
You know, I
But
didn't
this
even.
is an actual good movie.
I legitimately didn't even look up The Burbs because I just assumed it was fresh.
Yeah.
Didn't even.
Right? You would assume it. You would assume it. But I just was starting my research and I was like, oh, let's have a little bit of fun. And I was like, what? So mad about it.
Oh my gosh.
That's my number one.
Okay, so for my first choice, I noticed when I did a lot of looking, action and comedy were a lot of ones that were rotten for different reasons. This action movie is way more rotten than it should be. I enjoy it a lot.
No.
Action Jackson.
Ah!
Action Jackson is at
It's a good movie.
13%. Carl Weathers is badass in this movie. He doesn't wield a gun like at all. It's his whole thing. He does stuff without a gun. It is really cool. This is a good movie. What's
great.
his name? That's Craig T. Nelson is the bad guy. He's a really good bad guy in this. This is a really solid action movie from, what is it, 1988. 13%. Even the audience wasn't thrilled. It was a 32% for the audience. I don't get it. I mean, Carl
That's
Weathers.
Vanity, right? Is that Vanity in the film with him?
Yep.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, it's I don't get it. I honestly don't understand.
People
I'm looking through it. I'm looking at a bunch of like Schwarzenegger, and a lot of the stuff is fresh. And then I look at Action Jackson, 13%. It's like, come on.
Good pick. That's a good pick.
Good pick.
I love that movie.
But yeah, Warner Archive release. Anyone wants it? It's a good one. So we'll make a run through the comments again. We've got Ken with rats.
Ratman.
Here we go.
Ratman.
Ratman.
You know, I should have got the little thing and I could have flashed it on the screen for him.
Yeah.
I like how you put a beach ball in front of, a
Oh
beach
my
ball.
God, that was hilarious. Did you see the sandcastle in the background?
Yeah. Treat Williams. Yeah, for Dead Heat, Treat Williams.
Dead Heat.
Great. Yeah. I enjoy him a lot. Question: do bad reviews make you not want to see it? No, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Never. It makes me want to see it more.
Makes me want to see it more. I'll be the
Right.
judge of that.
right.
So reviews never sway me from seeing, but opinions on people that I trust and know that what they like can kind of guide me. Do you know what I mean? So, but critic reviews don't even kind of care.
Yeah.
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 Overhype can kind of kill a movie for me, though, because I think that's what happened with X. Because I didn't get to go see that in the theater, so I immediately bought it day one, and I went home and I watched it, and I was like,
Wah, wah.
nah.
Yeah, X is.
But I feel like maybe I needed to go to the theater and see it with everyone else or something. I don't know.
To get the audience reaction. Yeah.
That plays a lot into it. Like the newest Spider-Man movie is adored by almost everyone, but I didn't see it in theaters, so I didn't get that whole audience reaction aspect to it. So I liked it. I didn't love it, and not being in a crowded theater is probably part of the reason.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Mac and Me is a classic.
Take it easy.
Far
Whoa.
Take it easy.
People like this choice. People like the Mac and Me choice.
That's
right.
right.
There's a lot of Mac and Me love.
That's what I love.
Neighbors is awesome. Great pool. Very dark too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. If it's Mill Creek, that's dirt cheap too. Reminds me a lot of the Burbs. Great pick, Huck.
Oh yeah, Rita. Nice.
Vengeance, how many steelbooks do you got?
I don't really collect many steelbooks. I do have the one steelbook in my collection at the moment, but I'm not much of a steel. I prefer a slipcover, but over steelbooks personally. But that's just my choice.
Yeah. There's so many films I enjoy that are rotten. Man of Steel, for example. My advice is don't let rotten let it be the end all be all. Agreed.
Of course.
But topic wise, it is very fun to see what's considered rotten because some of the stuff, it's insane. Hilarious. Action Jackson, great pick.
Oh yeah, Karen Stone's in that too. Yeah.
X was just okay, pretty much. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Though hype did not kill Top Gun for me, though. I went into Top Gun the second week after everyone praising it the first week, and it actually exceeded my hype. It was that movie that movie is like its own. I don't know. It's like the perfect blockbuster.
I agree. Best movie of the year so far, Top Gun Maverick.
The pizza dude is coming.
What's up, my dude?
Yeah.
X is the personification of meh.
No, Alan, we are not kidding you, Karen Stone. Mm-hmm.
Round 2. Let's go for it. What you got? 4K Lowdown.
All right. Well, that's interesting. I liked your guys' first round. That was awesome. So for my second offering, I have a sci-fi comedy that gets a 9% critic score, 49% audience score, and that is Ice Pirates.
Ooh.
Yeah, get it.
God, I haven't seen that since like cable TV probably over a decade ago.
Pitch it, Dave.
I
Pitch it.
haven't
That's right.
seen that
I
at
love
all.
this movie. It's got one really awesome fight scene in here that spans a generation because they're in this time slip where they're going fast forward in time. And it starts with Robert Ulrich, who's the main star. He's fighting the guys, and then his son comes in and beats it after he gets old enough to fight. It's super funny. It's basically they're trying to mine ice and sell it on the black market, and but yeah, it's a fun movie. And they're like, this is one killer fight scene where their fight spans a generation because they're in this wormhole or time slip or something that keeps fast forwarding them in time.
Ooh.
But yeah, Ice Pirates, 9%.
Fun flick. Wow.
It's super fun.
9%.
I'm going to be adding up such a shopping cart after this because I think that has a Warner Archive that I was looking at. I think it was Warner Archive. And yeah, I'm going to have a whole shopping cart of stuff. My wife's going to love it.
When is their next sale, Tim? Do you know when Warner Archive has their next sale? Because I got apparently a lot to get to.
Are they not doing them anymore?
They did a transition essentially to a different store. I think their last like 4 for $44 was the last of that sale.
Yeah, they do have them on the Facebook page though. It's not called Warner Archive; it's something else. So
Yeah.
but I never know when the sale is. I don't get notified.
I missed that 4 for $44 though. That was a
I do too.
awesome
Yeah.
sale. All right, Vengeance, your turn.
I've got a classic from 1982, and it's the Slumber Party Massacre. It's 42% rotten.
42%.
Aw.
Yeah, I know, and I love that movie. So
Oh no.
yeah, that's crazy.
That's
I
considered like
didn't really like the remake that much, the recent remake that they did, but I did enjoy the original, the 1982 version. But yeah, it's 42% rotten on Rotten Tomatoes. So
Damn
That's
them
insane.
tomatoes.
what
That's
do
a good
critics-
pick. Man. That's a good pick, man. That's good.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually kind of liked the remake a little bit. It was entertaining.
what?
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
pop conflict, right?
Yeah,
was
But the
remake-
poster isn't as cool. Come on.
this is true.
Remember that
was the
original?
remake made for
Yeah.
TV or no? Was it like a made for TV movie? The remake?
The remake?
was-
I don't think so.
Yeah,
it was.
No, was it a made for Shutter or something? I
It,
feel like
I think it was a straight to DVD title.
was it straight to
I
DVD?
don't know. Yeah, Scream released it though. It was
Hmm.
like one of those IFCs or something, right? It had like the blue border at the top.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, 'cause I didn't think I remember seeing it in theaters, like going to theaters at all.
Mm-mm.
All right, Mega Mike, what you got? What's your plan for round 2?
Yes, so I got another comedy here, A Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh.
89 here, 54% Rotten Tomato score. But it's a really fun movie, so I'm surprised it's that low because I was laughing a lot with this one. Basically, you got this person, Bernie, that invites people out to his beach house, I guess, but it's a really nice house. But these guys want to keep the party going, even though Bernie's dead. Basically, he gets assassinated there. But they keep the party going, trying to fool everybody that Bernie's alive for the longest time. It just makes for some really funny moments and scenes. So I really like this one. So I was surprised it was rotten. I laughed a lot.
I was legitimately shocked. The whole premise of the movie is insane. I remember seeing it was either an SNL skit or one of the other like sketch comedy bits where they do a riff on that, but the people walk in during the party and immediately like that guy's dead, and it's just funny. Because the movie, they have an entire party. No one realizes he's dead.
He's like playing Monopoly with Bernie too. That's
so
dead
good.
and like random stuff. So funny.
And they tie a rope around his arm so he can wave to people. Like they pull it and he waves.
Oh yeah. And then
Jerry Kaiser was great.
when he rolls out the ambulance towards the end, like, and he just slides off, and then he's at the beach, and that's so funny.
And the hitmen the whole time are thinking he's still alive, so they're planning to still kill him. Oh my god. Yeah, I can't believe that one's rotten though. It's so much fun. Critics can't have fun, I guess.
Oh no,
Yeah.
clearly not.
No, nor can they on my next pick.
What you got, Huck?
All right. All I'm going to say is the critics had this delightful movie at 37%, and the audience, surprisingly, not at 100%. It was only 66%. This is the movie I live my life by, right? People always tell me I'm a nice guy. You know why I'm a nice guy? Because I follow this guy's rule. Be nice until it's time
to not be nice.
Hell to the Roadhouse, people.
Yes.
Roadhouse is rotten?
Roadhouse.
Yeah.
How is Roadhouse rotten?
Yes.
1989 Roadhouse, 37%. I even did like some sketches and a thing where I was a movie critic, but I based all movies off of Roadhouse. So like if I'm rating Titanic, it doesn't live up to Roadhouse. That's how epic
Shit.
Roadhouse is. So I mean, look, it's Patrick Swayze at his coiffed best, Kelly Lynch, basically the story is, he goes to this town and these guys are running the town and keeping everybody down, and he goes to try to straighten it all out, and he gets caught up in the middle, and he's just a tough son of a bitch, right? There's a bar called the Double Deuce. Yeah. And Sam Elliott is his buddy. God, he's so good in this, y'all.
Sam Elliott is the moon jam.
He's like the second. He's got that voice, you know what I'm saying, down here. Oh God. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm done. I'm getting heated up. Just Roadhouse.
Sam Elliott is on another level. He's great. He's just amazing.
Yeah,
I can't
love that movie.
I didn't even look. I'm going through my movies. I didn't even look at Roadhouse because I guess like Burbs, I kind of just like, no, that's not rotten.
Yeah.
37.
You just expect it not to be, right?
Yeah, Roadhouse. It's a crowd favorite. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I started testing myself because I hadn't looked at action yet, and so I looked at my action. I went, I was typing them all in. I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me, Roadhouse! I was so offended. So I was like watching Dave, then I watched Vengeance, and watching Mike. Don't pick it. Oh yeah, woo, let's go. All right.
I'll never forget the I don't know how many people like Family Guy. I used to watch Family Guy all the time, but like over a decade ago, they had this like joke in the one episode where he would just keep going around kicking people and keep going Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. That's great. That's great.
That's a great pick, though. All right, so what you got?
I'm saying that Sam Elliott is in the recent seasons of Family Guy. That's why he plays the mayor.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm glad he's still kicking around.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Oh, he's in loads of things. He's in the new Paramount Plus show. He's in the Ranch on Netflix. He's doing.
Oh yeah,
the
The Ranch
and he
was
was
great.
Great in A Star Is Born as Bradley Cooper's brother.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
He should have won the Academy Award. Damn it.
yeah, he was great.
Yeah,
Go
The
ahead,
Ranch is fantastic. If you haven't seen The Ranch, go see it. Go watch it. It's so good.
All right. So my next one is Gleaming the Cube.
That's rotten.
I went straight for all my favorites. I feel like I talk about these movies all the time, so I apologize. But I do have some other ones in my honorable mentions I haven't talked about. But this one was surprising too. It's from 1988. It's 29%.
What? Wow.
Isn't that garbage? And it only has a 69% audience score too.
Higher than Roadhouse.
Is it?
Yeah, 60 cents on Roadhouse.
I actually feel like when you were talking about it, I feel like I remember people saying they didn't like Roadhouse. Like it, I don't know, it got like a bad name or something at some point. Anyway, Gleaming the Cube, garbage, I guess, but watch it. It's awesome. It's a young Christian Slater skateboarding around with a Tony Hawk, you know.
There you go, Mel. Pitch that.
All right. So for my next choice, I got a poster back there because I do not have so this movie never came to DVD, never came to Blu-ray, only as a VHS. It's somewhere in the black hole of this house, and I don't feel like finding it. But I got the one sheet poster.
Oh boy.
For 1987's Light of Day.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow.
Wow.
J. Fox. No idea
It is.
how it never came to DVD or Blu-ray, but this thing sits at 53%. It's Michael J. Fox's first or one of his first attempts at drama, and he's good. We all know he's good in drama too, but yeah, he's really good. Him and Joan Jett are brother and sister in a band. It's a rock and roll movie, but it's also more so about like family dynamics and their relationship and everything. It's a good movie. You have it's directed by Paul Schrader and written by him. Music, other than the rock and roll stuff from Joan Jett, is Thomas Newman, who's awesome. You have Trent Reznor just pop up in the movie. So, yeah, it's a cool movie. I feel like it would do really well if it came to DVD or Blu-ray. But I couldn't even find it on streaming. I think the only way to watch it is like YouTube, which is insane. So I'm guessing it's music rights holding it up is my guess.
Seems like Kino Lorber should do it because Kino has all those Michael J. Fox titles, you know? Secret by Success and all that they should just snatch that up.
Yeah, I don't know. Like at a certain point, it's just going to be lost to time now. If no one can access this movie, it's just going to be forgotten. So that's a bummer. But I'm recommending it for people. You can just put it on YouTube, watch it. It looks okay. It's not Blu-ray, but it's the only way to watch it. So we'll make a run through the comments before we go on to the next set. All right. Movie of the year is Everything Everywhere All at Once for me. I loved it. It was, I have it at number 3 for me, but I need to maybe absorb. Like, there's a lot to absorb in that movie. It's great though. It really is. Space Herbies.
Ice Pirates.
Yeah.
Haven't seen Ice Pirates, but we'll add to the watch list. Oh my God, yes, Slumber Party Massacre is so good. I love it more that it was directed by a woman. It was done by Sci-Fi. I thought it was something. Okay. Good pick, Vengeance. Vengeance, how big is your media collection? 4Ks and blues combined.
Jeez.
Oh my
Everybody
God,
wants to know about your collection.
Yeah, right.
This guy's consistent. Without counting, I've probably got about 2 floating shelves full at the moment. It's still very like mediocre, but it's certainly getting there. So
You need to do like a collection tour video or something for them.
yeah.
Home Alone 2 Lost in New York has a 35% on Rotten Tomatoes. I really like the sequel. Yeah, the sequel is a blast. Also, I love both of those movies.
It's got Tim Curry in it.
Yes, it does. And he is really good as the villain, I guess you would say.
Great.
Like but yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Wow, can't believe Roadhouse is rotten. Yeah.
It's a crime.
I want you to be nice until it's time to not be. Words to live by.
Damn right.
My opening pick is Howard the Duck. It has an IMDb score of 4.7. It's underappreciated, but I think the alien that Jeffrey Jones turns into has a voice similar to G.I. Joe, Cobra villain.
That's funny.
I agree. I'm annoyed that a lot of people don't like Howard the Duck. I loved that when I was younger. I thought it was great.
I still got to get the 4K is apparently excellent, right?
Oh, the
Yeah.
4Ks are really good.
Yeah, I'll have to pick it up at some point. I was just like, this is not a $25 title for me. This is like a $10 title.
You know, actually, over on Groove, they drop their 4Ks a lot, and it hits that $11.99 a lot. So just keep an eye on Groove if you want that duck, man.
That's
Howard
Duck.
the duck.
Groove is amazing, though. That's one of the best sites
Cherry
out there,
bar.
I think. All right, round 3. You ready, David?
I'm ready. Okay, so we've had great 2 rounds. So this one is my third offering, and I went by my favorites out of the 5. So the numbers are going to change a little bit. And I'm trying to find where that was because I wrote down a whole bunch of movies. Where are you? There it is. Okay, from 1989, getting a 17% critic score and a 36% audience score is Red Scorpion.
Ooh, I've never seen that one.
I've never seen that one either.
Dolph Lundgren, baby.
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
This is Dolph Lundgren trying to be Rambo, and it's basically what it is he's the Russian Rambo, and he starts out bad, but he kind of turns good, and there's just a whole bunch of guns and explosions and helicopters and just great balls out action. And so I love this movie. I turned around and bought, I couldn't find any American version on Blu-ray, so I've got the UK one. But thankfully I have a region-free Blu-ray player, so yay. So Red Scorpion's my third offering.
That interests me because I like Dolph Lundgren. He almost never did like big movies besides like Rocky would be like the biggest, but he does a lot of B movies that are a ton of fun.
Yeah. Showdown in Little Tokyo is probably one of my favorites with Brandon Lee.
So good.
And
I just watched that for the first time last year, or was it earlier this year? Time is a blur, but not long ago. I loved the hell out of that. I actually went and bought the soundtrack on eBay for $60 because I loved it that much.
Even the Rocky IV soundtrack, still to this day, makes me want to go pump some weights. You know, it's just so good.
Right?
Yeah, it's just so good.
A good soundtrack will do that, man. A movie is nothing without its music. Like, I don't think enough people put thought into how much music matters to a movie.
Yeah.
All right, what you got for round 3?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I was well into David
And
talking
Q.
about
Take
I
two.
have Dolph on the mind, you see. Dolph on the mind. Right, no. Blue Underground just released this on 4K, and I love this movie. It's so good, but it's only 40% rotten, and it came out in 1980, and it is Maniac.
Oh,
That's rotten too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
they need to revisit their rotten scores.
yeah, 40% rotten. Maniac is.
What's crazy is for Rotten Tomatoes, people can review old movies nowadays, which can change scores. So how are these movies beloved classics and the critics still hate them to not go back and review them? You know what I mean?
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it
No.
doesn't make any sense.
That is a beloved classic. How? Yeah,
I think they just haven't gone back and reviewed them because I looked up things that were flops like Blade Runner. That's totally fresh right now and all that. I'm like, it was not fresh back in the day.
I bet they revisit movies that have like remakes or sequels or something that come out, but something that's just
Or they hit
random.
cult status, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
Because there's like Return of the Living Dead was not fresh, but it wasn't rotten. You know what I mean? But like
Right.
back in the day,
Right.
that movie was, nobody liked it. It was ridiculous. So
I like that movie. That was good.
I know, me too.
I think it's like
Me too.
But it hit cult status, like
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
talks about it. It's like that one, the second one, and the third one are like awesome.
Well, I'm
and maybe
thinking,
it's the sort of like changing of the times. Maybe people tend to sort of these days there are a lot of warnings on things now, saying like a trigger warning and stuff like that because you have to these days.
Mhm.
And maybe it's a changing of the times. Maybe people just go review them and think, oh, it's not like today's standards and stuff.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That always bugs me too because I'll always see articles on talking about how this movie from 1980 doesn't fit today's culture. Well, it wasn't made in today's culture. You have to use the mindset of 1980. Just like I love classics. I watch a ton of 30s and 40s movies.
Oh, yeah.
And women are not treated very well in a lot of these movies, but you have to use context of the time.
Yeah. It was like when we talked about Breakfast at Tiffany's, Tim,
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
my High Five show,
Yeah.
because we were talking about how what Mickey Rooney did in the show in that
Right.
movie would not be cool
No.
this day and age, but back then it was hilarious, and people went crazy over that. But yeah, we're watching it now, going, "Ooh, no, that's not going to be funny. Nobody's going to like that."
Yeah.
it's like on Disney Plus now. There's a warning before you play Aladdin because it depicts Arabs in a different light, and they had to put a disclaimer up, and it's just like we never thought of that as kids. When we were kids, we didn't think of. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, and if they want to put warnings and disclaimers on things, cool. If they want to give movies bad reviews, cool. But don't change them.
Yeah.
Why
exactly.
are they going in and changing these movies?
Yeah.
What really made me mad is, like, since you brought up Disney, they went back and they took out all the pervy things of the Disney cartoons after they found out that guy was doing it. But it was like, but why?
Hey, that's why it's important to own the physical media, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
But some
Absolutely.
of this stuff you don't even know. Like, it wasn't until Martinez Joe said something about the Friends set. Like, the Blu-ray set is missing an episode or a piece of an episode or something like that the DVD set has, because it was not okay for audiences today. But it's like, had he not said that, I would have never known. So I haven't bought the Blu-ray set because it's missing a piece. So I want the DVD set now. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's sneaky little things like that nobody tells you. And, you go and you buy these things and then you find out down the road. It's just annoying.
Yeah, that's. Did you guys watch? You guys have seen Splash before, right? Because what Disney did to Splash on Disney, so they edited out her butt, where essentially her hair just goes down past now, so there's no nudity in the movie. But even there's a scene where they're like dropping coins to look under women's skirts. That is not in the movie. Like, what are you doing?
Leave the movie alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you won't even see "Song of the South" anymore because it's too offensive. It's like, look, that was a product of the time. Don't hide history. Talk about it. When you hide it, it makes us want to seek it out. And now you look like a fool because you're embarrassed.
Well, it's the same with the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dukes of Hazzard. Right on.
Yeah.
Well, but why are they cutting out nudity scenes and stuff like? Why are they doing that? That's not
Because
even.
it's got a Disney label.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah,
Disney
why did
Plus.
they do? Oh, is that why they did
Yeah.
it? Because I'm like, well, they're still releasing movies with butts and boobies, and I'm like, why are they cutting them out?
All right, speaking of boobs and butts, come on, Mike. What you got?
Yeah.
Well,
on, Mike.
actually, I do have something to go with that. Definitely plenty of nudity.
Great segue,
here.
Mike. Let's
We're gonna
go.
with Porky's raunchy comedy right here. Inspired tons of other raunchy comedies like American Pie and all of that. But Porky's, a classic. I was shocked to find this was only 34%.
Oh,
Came out in 1981, all-time classic. But this movie is absolutely hilarious. And then, of course, yeah, it's known for all the nudity. The shower scenes are so funny, like when the coach grabs, you know what?
yeah.
Oh my goodness, it is outrageous, this movie. But so funny. So I was just shocked to find it was that low, like 34%. Like, were the critics not laughing with this one? Were they not getting the humor? Like, how could you not laugh at this movie? Like, I don't understand. To me, it was hilarious.
The critics had
Great
to just have
segue,
stick up
Mike.
for
Great.
justice.
Yeah, I'm like nudity. Oh, we got
Nudity,
a lot
I've
of
got
it right
nudity.
here. You get all sorts of nudity.
I just set you up and you nailed it home.
Yeah.
Any kind of
Yeah,
nudity
that
you
was
want, you
perfect.
got it.
You
here.
set it up.
Trust
Mike
me.
knocked it down.
Mhm.
That was great.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember people were howling in that movie with laughter. It was, there may be other people in my house that don't agree that was a funny movie. But, right,
Oh,
honey?
it's so funny. So funny.
I love Porky's. Porky's is awesome.
Yeah.
So good.
Meat. Why do they call you meat?
All right, what you got, Huck?
All right, number 3 goes into the buddy cop category. This poor thing only got a 31%. I'm getting lower on my stuff on the tomato meter and 52% with the crowds. And I mean, the chemistry between these two guys I thought was excellent. And let me just flash it for you. Tango and Cash, baby. Kurt Russell. Yeah, girl. Look at all you people. See? This is how beautiful it is. Everyone's got
This movie is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I love that movie.
I've seen it over and over so many times. And like Stallone poked fun at Rambo, which is great. Kurt is just he's at his Kurt goodness in this thing. He's got that whole, super charm. And I think they play off each other so well. Stallone always has a problem doing comedy, but I feel like with Kurt along in
Their
this
chemistry was awesome.
it lit him to be a little bit more funny, even though he was the serious one and Kurt Russell's kind of the, the jokester. But yeah, I love Tango and Cash, man. What a good time
It's
this
amazing. And Kurt's beautiful in a dress.
Isn't he? He's got the hair, but he's got the Patrick Swayze coif, man. When you got
And
the
he
hair,
really owned it too.
yeah, right.
That's it. Critics at that time were FUBAR because that
Yeah.
movie blast.
Oh my gosh,
Somebody's
that's
seen the
amazing.
movie. Come on,
Yeah.
Tim.
You can hit the gym early.
That's so good.
Oh my
I want to
god.
go watch it.
Awesome.
Watch
Yeah,
it.
that was one of my alternates. That's awesome, Huck. Good pick.
All right, guys.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Same.
All right.
I knew you were going to click at some point.
What you
All
got?
right,
Val?
is it me?
Yep.
Okay, so I was actually truly surprised about this one. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these I was like, I kind of figured they were gonna be rotten, but this one really surprises me. And it's my favorite Tom Cruise movie of all time. My movies are gonna fall.
Ooh, I'm excited. Here we go. Oh, damn it!
I almost picked that.
You guys have this one?
Wow,
Oh,
See,
my
I-
God.
Didn't quite make my list, but I had
I
it.
put Tango and Cash. You put Legend. This is what,
I got you back,
this is what I
sir.
do. Yeah.
So
What we do.
1985, it got a 40%, and it really only has a 73% audience rating too. I expected all of these audience ratings to be much higher, and they really weren't for a lot of these. But 40%, This movie is beautiful. The cinematography is amazing. The practical effects are awesome. Tim Curry is also in this movie, and he plays the Darkness, which is
great.
Tim Curry is awesome in that movie.
This movie is
good.
just, it's amazing, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's scary, and it's heartwarming, and it's all the thing. I don't know. I didn't understand it. I thought everybody loved this.
Oh, such a good pick, Mel. You know, it's not every day somebody can outshine Tom Cruise in a movie, but Tim Curry does that.
Yeah.
He's that good. He's that good.
I think they both did a really good job, but The Darkness was awesome in that movie. And this movie came from my childhood. Like, this is one of the first movies my mom like showed us, you know, as kids, and it was scary, but it was awesome. And that movie has just traveled with me my entire life.
I think about that one in the same sense as like Never Ending Story.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's a great pick. So
Plus, Tim Curry's amazing.
for my next one, I'm going with a Tom Hanks movie. Tom Hanks has already come up. This is arguably, I'd say, my favorite in rewatchability terms.
I know what it is.
Me too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Money Pit.
Yeah. I was going to pick that too, but I didn't have the physical.
How is Money Pit at 50%? What were these critics? Did they get no laughs out of the bathtub
like
falling through the floor, out of the kitchen blowing up? This movie is just catastrophe after catastrophe for them. I can't even speak, but it's so much fun. If you want a movie where everything goes wrong for the leads up until the end, this is it. Literally anything that can go wrong for Tom Hanks goes wrong. The construction crew that they hire is a bunch of misfits driving up in their like clown cars and stuff. Essentially, it is. This movie is wild. Oh my gosh, him walking out of the paint can and the paint can causing like the whole trigger of what would it be, like a Rube Goldberg machine where things keep knocking things
like
down.
a domino effect.
Yeah, that's an amazing scene.
Yeah, this is so fun. I stand by that. I prefer early days comedy Tom Hanks a little bit more than later drama Tom Hanks. His comedy 100%. Stuff is on point. Mm-hmm. This and Big and Burbs and stuff. He was great as a comedy.
And actually, it's actually Tom Hanks' birthday today, so it kind of makes sense.
Is it really?
Yeah, I forgot.
Happy birthday, Tom. I think maybe that movie gets a little too real for people because have you guys ever had your like water heater go out and then all of a sudden the dryer stops working and then all of a sudden the air conditioner stops working? And you're like,
you just described my whole last week. Been there, done that.
Yeah, it's like the whole 3 thing. You know, bad things happen in 3s.
Yeah.
Howard the Duck's Rotten Tomatoes score is well deserved.
No, Lattulo.
No.
Hell yeah! I have the Arrow release of Red Scorpion. Was up putting up my bid.
That's the one I have is the Arrow release.
Dell, I'll mark you down. Yeah, next topic, you're in. As long as you're available, you're definitely in. I want to get different people up each time, like a little bit of mix of people that have been on, people that are new. So yeah, definitely. US does have a Red Scorpion release on Blu-ray DVD combo pack. I do own it. It's great.
Okay. Awesome.
Cool.
My pick, Perfect, from 1985. Perfect. Jamie Lee Curtis, John Travolta, fun movie, fun soundtrack. 19%. It's a Synapse release for Red Scorpion. There are Synapse.
I get it.
Is there a movie you all saw recently that you didn't like but could become popular 30 years from now?
For Love and Thunder.
I watch a lot of old movies.
This is like a real like ooh.
Like
and I say I hate everything everywhere all at once. That way I know it'll be popular in 30 years.
Right?
No.
Except it's good, so I can't do that.
Boy, that Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, what a pile.
What a steaming.
Dude, just
I'm gonna go with Morbius.
Morbius.
Oh my god!
Right?
Could you?
Ah, my heart.
I could see a Lightyear.
I highly
being
doubt
popular.
that one will
Disney.
be popular in 30 years.
Oh, Lightyear. I could see Lightyear.
Yeah, because I didn't really like Lightyear, but I could see it becoming popular.
Yeah.
Mm.
No
I like that.
booties on
Booties
Disney.
on Disney.
No booties on this.
I can
Which is
understand.
ironic because sometimes they're asses, right? Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
just
can
saying.
understand adding a disclaimer, but I don't agree with changing a film, especially since I never
Yeah.
ever touched the film.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, I understand you have to put a disclaimer on because people, get offended really easy. So
Yeah.
sure, go ahead and put a disclaimer on, but don't change the film.
Ken, come on.
What's that?
What?
Oh,
Come
Ken.
on.
He must also think that Howard the Duck deserves a rotten rating.
Do ya?
Love Porky's. The shower scene hits different as a dad with daughters. Back when I was a horny teen, I was on the boys' side.
Ah, nice on her side.
Love Tango and Cash. Favorite Stallone. It's so good.
You and me, Mika. You and me.
What's Ken thinking? Big fan.
Tango
Money
and
Pit,
Cash.
so much
Money
fun.
Pit, yeah.
Money Pit.
Tom and Shelley.
Uh,
Jim Cotta.
Jim Cotta was almost one of my picks, but I don't have it.
Mama Blue.
Hey, Mama
Yeah.
Blue.
What a Blu-ray.
It's Morbin
Morbin
time.
Morbin time.
Howard the Duck rocks.
Yes.
Alrighty. Round
Here we
number
go.
4.
All right, round number 4. So I thought I would basically cut a corner with horror movies, so I didn't really look at the horror movies too much, but I'm a big slasher fan. So I picked one slasher movie and I went the lowest score for a slasher movie that I liked, and at 7% is Friday the 13th Part 3.
What?
Damn.
It got a
Ow.
it got a 42 percent audience score, but 7% critic score. And come on,
Maybe critics didn't like the
it's
3D effect.
cheesy, campy fun.
Vengeance.
It's such a yes.
Right?
Wow.
I couldn't believe this was 7%. I was like,
Holy
what?
shit.
I didn't think, I thought it was going to be rotten, but I was like, okay, 40%, 35. I was like 7.
That's madness. Oh my god.
And that's when he gets the mask, right? That's that's
Right.
part
That's
3?
this is the hockey mask, the whole
But he
thing.
becomes a legend.
And it was in 3D. It had the cheesy
yeah.
3D effects with the spear
I
and
mean,
stuff.
I can understand
good.
Jason Goes to Hell or Jason Takes New York, but like,
Jason Takes Manhattan was awful. I saw that in the theater, but still, yeah.
number 3,
1982.
Like, wow.
that 7% is crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a great pick. And that ties for lowest score, right? Has anyone else given below 7? 2 of you guys had 7. So I'm just kind of keeping track
Mel
of
was
my mind.
like,
Mac and me had 7.
Yeah.
Mac and me had 7.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
2 7 so far. No one got below 7 yet.
For 7 people that went and saw it.
All right,
Mac.
Mega Mike, what you got?
All right, so we'll go with Phantasm
Wait,
2.
what was-
So
what
number
was
2.
Whoa. What about
What was
with Vengeance has to go?
Oh,
Oh,
Vengeance.
geez.
Oops. Sorry,
I can-
don't pick what I picked.
I completely.
Sorry,
Don't
I-
pick what I
So
picked.
Vengeance, pick Phantasm, and then
Oh,
yeah,
Mike
yeah.
will have to get
Phantasm 2.
Fantastic.
I was going catty corner. I don't know.
I'm not going to do Mega
I know,
Mike.
I heard my name. I'm like, I thought it was Vengeance, but
No,
I heard
no,
my
no,
name, so I'm like, let me go into Mega
Yeah,
Mike right
no,
now.
I'm not going to do Mike like that. No, it's cool. I'm sorry, I totally forgot because I was still thinking about Friday the 13th 3 being like rotten. Like, I don't understand that.
like really rotten. Like
percent.
But I'm going to go for. All right, let's go with Mother's Day 1980. 40% rotten. 42% rotten. Sorry, Mother's Day 1980, which is about. It's about 2 rednecks being like mummy boys, but they go around killing people in the woods. It's It's pretty dark, but it's a good time. So I recommend it.
Yeah, it's fun.
So, yeah, so I'm gonna go with Mother's Day, 42%.
Yeah, I think I have that one in the collection. I've never seen that one yet.
Yes, it's quite a stuff. You wouldn't be able to get away with it these days. Put it that way. When you watch it, you think, "Holy shit!" It's like it's a bit like I Spit on Your Grave, but like before that came out, kind of thing. So yeah.
I'll have to actually give that a watch one of these days. That's one of the downfalls. You have so many movies sometimes. You're like, I only have so much time. So yeah, great pick. Sorry again for I don't know. I got caught up in that whole 7% for.
It happens, Tim.
All right, so Mike, I feel like you have Phantasm there.
Yeah, so
Phantasm 2.
Number 2.
Phantasm
We'll go with
2.
the second Phantasm here. So number 2, and it's only at 38%. So I was shocked by Phantasm 2 having that low of a score because I think Phantasm 2 is way better than the first Phantasm. And Phantasm had a really high score. The first one was like 74%. So it dropped so high on number 2. And I think 2 improved everything, like all the effects, all the sci-fi, all the action elements. I just thought it was more explosive, the second one. So I enjoy the second one a lot more than the first one. So I don't know why it was so low going into the second one, but I liked it a lot better. So.
It has to be that whole sequel thing, though. Like we talked about it,
Yeah.
where it seems like it's just, I can't give a good score to a sequel. A sequel can't be good. They almost never seem to give good scores. That's insane. So that was a good pick, and I had no idea you were going to pick Phantasm. That was just a pure guess.
I know. Just the boy.
Like a
Karnak that.
These guys are crafty one. You got to watch out. All right. Now, Tim, don't feel bad about skipping too. I did that to Garrett on our show. Remember, Mel? I was just like, went right by him. And then he's like this. I'm like, what? Oh!
Do I get a 3 point? Was that?
He probably deserved it, though.
You know what it was? When I went back, it was Teen Wolf. So that was pretty funny. I got to learn that Teen Wolf was his favorite. So, all right. So my scores continue to get lower. This next one is at 13% on the tomato meter. Super low. And look, I'm going to pitch this. This is nothing anybody. Mel might like this one. I don't know. It's about 2 psychics that are hired to go on this thrilling adventure. I love the girl, Cyndi Lauper, Jeff Goldblum, in Vibes.
Oh, Vibes.
I know this is not a huge crowd favorite, but I adore Cyndi Lauper. I grew up with her. I saw her my graduation night in New Orleans. She was lovely. Jeff Goldblum, of course, he's a legend. I mean, and when you put the two of them together, I wasn't even sure. Like, I just remember this movie. I'm like, do I like this? And it was on Amazon Prime one night. And I swore to myself, I'm just going to watch 10 minutes to see if I like it so I can buy it. Hour and a half goes by. I finished the movie, thoroughly engaged the whole time. And it was like midnight when it was over. I'm like, I guess I like the movie. Getting it. So, and it's got this awesome VHS. And there's not a lot of these with the VHS that I like the movie as well. I don't want to just get them. So the fact that I love it and it's the VHS retro, so I get that as part of it, is a sweet deal. So 13%, if you want a kooky, goofy movie about 2 psychics on a, swashbuckling adventure, Vibes, baby.
Awesome.
I will watch anything with Jeff Goldblum. That guy just commands the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Cindy's actually really good as an actor too. She's actually won Emmys and stuff like that. She's this close to an EGOT, y'all. The only thing she's missing is an Oscar. That's how talented that girl is. So don't count her out on this movie.
She should do a best original song. She could win an Oscar there, possibly.
I thought about it. If she would write a song with Lin-Manuel Miranda and then they win together on that song, they both become EGOT winners at the same time.
That would be cool.
Just like that'd be great.
Will that into existence?
Done. It's done. 2 years.
All right.
Hey, Mel,
what you got?
I cheated.
We like cheating.
I'm going to cheat on this one a little bit because I didn't want this to be my last 2. But okay, so Sleepaway Camp. So hear me out. The first one is fresh or, whatever, which is fine. But the first one is considerably different than the second and the third one, which I prefer. I like the first one. It's fine, whatever. I prefer the second and the third one because they're campy slasher horror movies that I kind of like, but nobody else critically apparently liked them. So it was 1988 and 89, and the first one was at 50%, and the second one was at 50%, and the third one was at 14%.
14.
Yeah, the second and the third one could have just been all one.
Can't you taken that from my list?
Oh no, did I?
I literally right at the bottom.
Look at that. Nice.
Damn you now.
But yeah, so people, I feel like people love these movies now. They've kind of made a comeback with the whole Scream Factory releasing them, and then they've gone OOP and you can't get your hands on them and all the things. But I am a big fan of the second and the third one. I like them. The first one's fine. It had that shocking ending or whatever, but the rewatchability of that one for me is kind of lower than the next two. So I was just surprised to see that. And
you got the killer box set.
Yeah, but it's not this. It's the re-release. It doesn't have the red X on the back.
Oh yeah.
So this one ain't worth shit. The other one's worth tons of money. This one's not worth anything.
But we don't collect for the money, Mel. We collect for the love.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
All right. So for my next one, this is a movie I stand by all the time. For some reason, when it comes to Stephen King movies, this one gets utterly trashed. Critics hated this movie. There's a lot of people that say they hate it. I love it. Maximum Overdrive.
I knew it.
This movie is, it's so good.
Dude.
15%.
Where's Ben at? Is he still in the chat? Ben, look.
Yeah. That was one of my alternates.
Oh, that's a nice slip, Mel.
That's awesome.
I know.
Yeah, that's neat, Mel.
I don't know.
I got it from Bin Buster.
Did
I
you?
was like, Ben,
Bin
you're
Buster!
that.
It's a rare
what?
slip too.
I've got a running joke with Bin Buster. I call him the Buster of Bins, but he is such a cool guy, man.
Yeah, he's amazing. He
I love
me
him.
this one. He tried to sell it to me cheap, and I was like, that's worth a lot of money, right? So we met somewhere in the middle.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
So Tim, good one though. Yeah.
Good pick.
What do critics not like? I mean, you got a rockin' AC/DC soundtrack the whole time, and you have trucks just driving around by themselves trying to kill people. It's so cool. Like the whole little buggy thing with the machine gun that like just takes out like two people, and like it's so cool. Oh my gosh. And the main truck is so iconic. Like I would love a die cast of that truck to display somewhere in the room.
It's so odd that they put the Green Goblin's head on a truck. Like a lot of people don't even know that's Spider-Man's villain's face.
Yeah,
the Green Goblin
for a toy truck.
Yeah,
it was for toys, right? I think it was.
Yeah, it was some kind of toy truck. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So that's I don't know what that was actually the first thing in my pile because I'm like I know Maximum Overdrive is rotten, and I don't get it at all.
Yep.
All right, so head back to this. That's Wild 7%. Yeah, that's for part 3. That's just stuck in my head though. That's like one of the best entries in the whole franchise though. I don't get it.
I think we have a troll in the comments.
Yeah.
I don't believe Vengeance actually collects movies at all.
Yeah, no.
No.
Guys, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'll see you guys later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm out.
Well,
you don't technically have to be a collector to be a part of this
No, you don't.
thing that we're doing here. So
it's not a requirement. Yeah.
No, you just have to like movies.
Yeah, I think we got a troll.
Friday the 13th Part 3 should be at least 50% for the harpoon scene alone.
That was hilarious. It's on a wire.
Yep.
I will not stand for this Jason Goes to Hell hate. Fun fact about Mac and Me, Jennifer Aniston is one of the McDonald's backup dancers.
Really?
Did not know that.
It just got better.
Phantasm 2 rocks. Joe Bob did an episode on Last Drive-In showing Mother's Day on Shudder. Ooh, I like Joe Bob. Gus is here. Hello, Gus. Mel is here today.
Gus doesn't say to me, but that's fine. It's okay, Gus. I'm not insulted. I can take it.
Hang in there, David. Hang in there, bud. He just couldn't spell.
Couldn't spell David.
It's a tough
Never
word.
Vibes we'll add to the list as well.
Oh,
Just watched Vibes recently. Fun pickup.
Vibes was good. Huh? Nice pick.
oh.
FYI, the Maximum Overdrive slipcover now on Amazon. Just got one for wow. Stephen King should have directed more movies. He's better than Kubrick.
There you go.
So
That's right. That's right. He said it.
Okay.
his cameo in this movie in the very start is awesome with the
Yeah.
oh my god. This ATM is telling me to go fuck myself.
Classic ATM says.
Just here enjoying this live stream, seeing what 80 movies are rotten.
Heck
If you
yeah.
don't like the green, or if you don't think a Green Goblin truck is awesome, I don't know what to tell you.
Right?
Exactly.
I get why it's rotten, but I still love the movie. I don't know. It fits all the boxes for me. It's fun. Critics should think fun is good enough.
Killer sodas. Right?
Oh,
You gotta start somewhere.
I love the guts the movie has to show a 10-year-old kid get run over with the steamroller. It just shows that. And agreed. I don't know why targeting. Oh my god! All right,
Woo, here we go. Come on.
All right. Final round. So this is my favorite of my rotten picks. It is from 1986. And everything tastes better with bacon. So I picked Kevin Bacon in Quicksilver.
Oh, Quicksilver.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
It got
Good movie.
13% critic rating and 38% audience score.
I've never seen that one.
Kevin Bacon is a former stockbroker turned bike messenger, and he's like one of the best bike messengers. Paul Rodriguez is in it, Jamie Gertz, and basically it goes through and he's just trying to be a regular bike messenger guy, but ends up helping Paul Rodriguez get money so he can open his restaurant. And he goes and plays the stock market again one last time. But it's really cool. This is like, if any of you guys have seen Premium Rush,
I was just thinking of that movie when you were talking about bike messengers.
this is where that kind of thing came from.
Okay.
Yeah.
I enjoy the heck out of Premium Rush. I think that movie's a blast. I also think Michael Shannon is fantastic.
Michael
actor.
Shannon's awesome.
Michael
He's a
Shannon
great actor.
is amazing.
If you guys haven't seen Take Shelter, that's like my favorite performance of his.
I love Midnight
Michael
Special
Shannon.
also.
Oh, good one, yeah. But yeah, so that's my favorite of the group, Quicksilver.
That is
So, Mega Mike, what you got? I just
No.
Again, you
Phantasm
just cut me
3.
off again. You just want to see my titles.
Oh my gosh, that's
steal it.
crazy.
Steal it.
Well, when I want to feel a little bit masculine, you want to flex those guns. Well, I haven't got any guns, but this movie makes me feel like I've got guns. And it's a 1987 movie. It's Stallone. It's truck drivers. It's over the top.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
And it's rated at 32% rotten. But
32?
Yeah.
32% rotten on Over the Top. Yeah. And I love that movie. It's such a good movie just to put on and just go, yeah! Just makes
Yeah.
you feel like a man.
Yeah.
Realistically,
If anyone can make an arm wrestling movie exciting, it's Stallone.
Damn right.
Mhm.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
You just want to turn your hat around and go,
Damn right.
Yeah.
I love that in the movie. How it's like that's the way things get serious. He flips the hat, and then that's how
He flips the hat, and he shuts off his
Right.
emotions.
Like,
Do it.
Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. Right, show us. Damn, Sly.
And he's got the.
That's awesome.
I love that. That's an awesome choice.
Yeah.
It's
now-
one of those lone cannons.
Now it is Mega Mike's turn.
Yeah.
Properly.
Yeah, so I have a super pick for you all. I had to throw on a superhero movie. So Supergirl, yes. The Warner Archive collection. Now, I know what y'all saying out there. I know maybe it's not great, but I think it deserves a lot better than 9% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, I expected it to be rotten, but not that rotten. There's some good things in here. The beginning Krypton scenes, I actually really like how they make Krypton look. I think it actually looks pretty cool myself. So I like the initial setup for the movie. I think the actress fits Supergirl perfectly. Yeah, so I think it's a decent little fun movie. If you like superhero movies, if you don't like superhero movies, this isn't gonna win you over. But I still have a good time for it. You know, I'm a superhero fan, Superman fan. So Supergirl, you know what? Yeah.
Confession: I've never seen Supergirl.
If you go into the mindset that it's going to be really bad, I think you will like it more than that. Just go in with no expectations.
Now that's the glowing recommendation we needed, Mike, right there.
Well, I had to get a really low score.
Keep your
on
expectations
here, so
low, and then watch this movie.
No, that's what I went. I'm like, oh, this movie is going to be the worst movie I've ever seen with a 9% score. And I'm like, nah, it doesn't deserve a 9%. It at least deserves above 30. For sure above 30, maybe to 50.
Good. Now, I will say, I almost grabbed that mic, but part of the thing was, can you recommend it? And it was hard for me to figure out how to recommend it, even though I own it. I'm with you, though. I like how you say, if you're a superhero fan, you'll watch it. If you're not, it's hard to watch.
I will say I do give my mega stamp of approval on the beginning, the introduction, like the first 15, 20 minutes. I can recommend it for that because that's pretty good.
And Helen Slater is perfect. Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, you get Peter O'Toole in here. I mean, you know, there's some good cast members in here. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm ready to shut this party down, y'all. Sorry, I'm apologizing right now. So my movie, last one, gets a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes.
damn!
I saved it to the end, and only a 39% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's so bad. Well, to some people, apparently. Not this guy. That I couldn't even find it on Blu-ray. So this is the one, Tim. I had to fabricate a cover just so I had something to show you. Here we go. Staying alive, staying alive. Woo! That's right. Look how quiet it got, y'all. Holy hell. So Staying Alive, this is the sequel to Saturday Night Fever. That's right.
Wow.
I know. No, hold on. Just hear me out now. Hear me out. Soundtracks go a long way, right? This also had Cynthia Rhodes, who was a beloved girl in the 80s, right? Cynthia Rhodes was in like Flashdance and Runaway and all kinds of stuff. Just listen to this. Oh, you're going to love it. Staying Alive takes Saturday Night Fever's Tony Manero out of Brooklyn to Broadway. A wannabe dancer struggling to make it on the stage. Travolta at his sexy, sizzling best. Right on. The girl next door, Cynthia Rhodes from Flashdance, and vampy Fiona Hughes. They compete for Tony's affection, right? I mean, listen to it. It's just got love. It's got dancing, sexy Tony, sweaty Monero. Look at that guy. Come on. And the soundtrack was like an offshoot. It was they took the disco from the 70s and made it more of an 80s pop soundtrack. Driving force right there, baby.
Wow.
Wow. Right? I tried, man. There it is. I tried. It's a 0, but I worked it.
There you go. You win.
There you go.
You win. You're a big winner.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
I said Huck will be flexing on us all. 0%, 0%.
0%, baby.
That's actually impressive. Like, how do you get a 0%? That means like not even one person.
Not one critic liked it.
No, one person. Yeah.
Like, you would think somebody that made the movie or was connected to the movie maybe would have given it that one good positive
You would
review.
think so. A family
Now,
member,
listen,
maybe.
I forgot to mention it is directed by legendary Sylvester Stallone. Who could have taken Travolta, made him look all sweaty and delicious, better than Stallone? In fact, Stallone has a very Hitchcockian cameo. He's walking down the sidewalk wearing like a cougar around his neck. He's got this big old jacket with a fur coat, fur liner, looks like a cougar, and he bumps into Tony Manero and he turns and he's got that, ew. I mean, and you're like, it's Stallone. It's Stallone.
Hey, yo.
So, I mean, for any reason, you got to watch it for Stallone's cameo.
I think that is the only
Mel?
time I have ever heard Stallone and Hitchcock in the same sentence.
That's right. That's what I bring to you, baby. Right?
Huck bringing the thunder.
Always.
All right, what you got,
Okay,
Mel?
Mel, make up for that, please.
All right, this one isn't going to be a surprise either, but this was the lowest one I could find, and it was at 9%. After this came out and I heard everybody talking about it, maybe I can see now why it got such a low rotten score. But I loved this movie, but I think maybe you needed to have seen it when you were a kid.
Dream a Little
Dream
Dream.
a Little Dream just came out from Vestron. Well, it didn't just come out, but they released it from Vestron. It got 9%. It is 1989. It got a 67% audience score. But I also grew up with this one, so I have a lot of nostalgia for it. I don't really care about the flaws in it because the story, the characters were cute, and I don't know. I know it's flawed, but it doesn't deserve 9%, right?
That's a huge difference in
It's a huge difference in scores.
That's a huge
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, well, even the audience score I thought was low, but like I said, after this Vestron dropped this and I started hearing the reviews people were giving on it, I was like, I guess nobody likes it. But the second one too, there's a number 2. I didn't know that until recently, so I watched it and I liked that one too. But apparently, that one's hated even more than this one. So.
Oh, wow. Mel, you keep loving it, man.
I know. I just like awful movies. I've known this about myself for a long time.
Well, then you're going to love Staying Alive.
Ooh, I'll have to check it out.
Challenge? Boom.
Accept it.
Oh my gosh. All right. So for my last one, I'm actually going to give you guys a choice on right hand or left hand. I got two movies here. I'm going to let you guys choose what my last one is.
I go left.
All right. I got a left.
I'll go right, so there'll be a tiebreaker.
Yeah, I'm going to go right.
All
Okay.
right.
2 for right.
Left.
2 for left.
Mel's
Okay.
a
Mel.
tiebreaker.
Mel's the tiebreaker.
What? Why left?
You're too slow, girl.
You said left? Okay.
I think you said both.
Both.
Wait, hold on. Eeny, wait, meeny, miny. No,
Catch a tiger by the toe.
So left, you picked Brewster's Millions. So this one, have you guys seen this before? This is
Yeah.
an absolute blast. What does this come in?
Yeah, I love that movie.
35%. This is a remake. It is really good. Richard Pryor finds out he had a rich uncle. He's going to get $300 million, but in 30 days, he has to spend $30 million as a challenge to be able to get the money. But the thing is, he is not allowed to have any assets by the end of the 30 days. So he has to find this creative ways to spend $30 million in 30 days. He can't donate very much at all. He has to pretty much like invest and do all types, like hire people, like hold bags for him and all types of stuff. It is so absurd. It is an absolute blast. I highly recommend this. I mean, John Candy is a supporting role. He's just kind of this tag along the whole movie, this tag along friend. It's so much fun. Really, this is shockingly good. And this Blu-ray actually includes the original as an extra, which that's really cool. Yeah,
it actually sounds like a really good time because I can actually imagine what I would do with all that money if I had. Yeah, I wish. Yeah.
It's really fun in the movie.
It's funny.
Try to come up with creative ways. Like he'll just hire a whole bunch of random people for some stupid job just because he needs to get rid of this money like ASAP. but
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
people that are at the investing firm that would handle this that are trying to like sabotage him because then they would get the money. So
I'd put
it's
a note in every room.
Yeah, and even his friends, they're trying to invest for him and get stocks and things like that. He's like, no, you guys can't do it. He can't tell anybody, why he has to spend the money. He can't let the cat out of the bag. He rents Yankee Stadium or Shea Stadium, one of the big stadiums, just so his baseball team can play in the stadium. Oh, that's funny. I'm surprised it got that low of a score.
I know, right? I'm shocked. So yeah, we'll make a quick run through the comments, and then if anyone has honorable mentions they would like to show out, just make them like quick. Don't go in depth on them, but yeah, we'll just do a quick little run through.
Just like each person run down all of their honorable mentions.
Yeah, yep. One last go around. Anyone can mention whatever they got. They should be ashamed of themselves for giving a Kevin Bacon movie anything below a 70.
Right?
What's up, Pure Hangout? If you cook rotten bacon long enough, the rotten taste cooks off.
Yeah.
Wow.
Foxtail.
You gotta boil it out and then
What's up,
and then
Foxy?
cook it.
Oh, there we go. I lost track there for a sec. Now you've made it, Tim. Sex bots are here. Yeah, they were here. Yay,
I was trying to go delete them
Monero
for you, and you
pulling
beat me to it, Tim.
Woohoo!
Suddenly got naked in here.
Normally, me that's posting the horny
Right
comments
before
on the-
Supergirl came up, I think that's when it was. Yeah.
Right? But reached its peak when I pulled Staying Alive, just saying.
Yeah. That's when the
Supergirl
porn
is
stopped.
terrible. That's why I love it.
Yeah.
Quicksilver has a fun soundtrack.
Yeah. Really good soundtrack.
Loved when Helen had a cameo in Smallville. I enjoyed
Yeah.
Smallville quite a bit. I never finished it though. That was like 10 seasons. I burn out on shows.
Yeah.
Staying Alive was bad. I turned it off. I watched it on streaming. Gus gave it a shot.
Give it another shot, bro. Yeah.
You could tell by the way Huck uses his walk. He's a woman's man.
The woman's man.
No time to
I'm a
talk.
man's man.
I'm gonna go strut down my sidewalk, Tony Manero style.
New Mutants. Oh my god, that movie was like 3 years in the make, 3 years coming out or something like that. Kept getting delayed and
yeah.
delayed.
Yeah.
A slasher flick. See, another reason to like it.
Mika's with you.
That's
Same
what
lines as me.
Look at that.
There you go. The All Nighters is 0 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, I didn't have that
Oof.
pull.
We got to be able to recommend it, though. I'm sorry.
Well, you know.
or at
Yeah.
least go, you might watch it if you're a superhero fan. That's kind of
Yeah, I can't believe Brewster's Million is
right. That was weird.
35%. Yeah, fun, unacceptable, agreed. Hey, Jason Carr. My favorite 80s movie was Platoon, although it's not rotten.
It is not rotten.
What they did was rotten to poor old Willem Dafoe.
Okay, one last run around, same order. Just show anything that you'd like to show quickly, talk about, and we'll end this.
Okay, so I have a couple of honorable mentions. So I'm a big Star Trek fan. So Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, gets a 22% and a 24% audience rating. So they're actually really close. This is where they supposedly find God. So my next one is from 1989. This is Cyborg, Van Damme.
Yeah.
Also 22%, 31% audience score. And then along with my Stallone one, see, I had Tango and Cash, but I also had Cobra.
Yep, that was in my pile.
And Cobra gets an 18%.
Yep.
And I really like that movie. It's so fun. And my last one, which I don't know if you guys have even heard of this one. This is from 1982. It's Tom Hanks, and the movie is Mazes and Monsters.
Yep.
Legitimately never heard of that.
And the only reason why I did not put this in is because there weren't enough critics to score it. There's only has 4 reviews for critics, and the audience score is 19%.
Wow.
Damn.
So this was my last one.
Yeah, I never.
But was
heard
it
of that.
good? What was it about?
It's Tom Hanks. Basically, it's they play Mazes and Monsters, which is like Dungeons and Dragons. And then basically this group from college, and Tom Hanks stars in it, they decide to take it into the real world, and they go and act out like LARPing with this Mazes and Monsters, and it kind of gets out of hand. And it kind of has a sentimental place for me because it was right around the time where Dungeons and Dragons was like in its heyday. It was huge. And then I lived up in Washington State, and there was a person who had a character that was like this unbelievable level character that died, and he went and committed suicide in real life because his D&D character died. And after that, it was like this huge hubbub about don't play D&D. It's awful. It's devil worship. And then this movie came out, and
I could see
so
that.
yeah,
not
it's
going
kind of
well.
a sentimental place for me because I lived up in that area when it happened.
I'm intrigued by that, though. I might check that one out.
Yeah.
I think that was a TV movie, wasn't it, David?
Yes.
I think yeah.
Yeah,
TV.
it was a TV movie.
Yeah, just before, like after Bosom Buddies, maybe.
It was right around that time where he did the Bosom Buddies thing, and he did the Family Ties where he was the alcoholic uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Early Hanks, man.
Early Hanks.
Early Hanks, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got my honorable. I can't even talk now. Honorable mentions. Even though my opinion doesn't matter because I don't collect movies, so
Apparently not.
Get out of here.
Neo outed you, dude.
I'm gonna.
And then he disappeared like a coward.
I know, right? So
Vanishes
I've
without
got-
a trace. He's not the one.
Vengeance is
you got to have thick skin to do this, right? It's crazy.
Yeah.
I've got Terror Train with Jamie Lee Curtis that was
Ooh.
1980 and it was 36% rotten. And I really enjoyed Terror Train. I quite enjoyed that one. I thought Jamie Lee Curtis did a great job.
Yeah.
After Halloween with that one. And I also have my last one. My last one is No Holds Barred, and it's with Tommy Lister Jr. and Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that was
Zeus.
Yeah, Zeus. Yes.
Yeah.
So they are my last two that were rotten. So yeah.
All right.
Good ones.
Yeah. So thank you for having me on tonight as well.
Oh, it's been a blast. This has been a good stream. Mike, you got any extras or? You're
on mute. You're on mute.
No worries. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, I'm just going to go with the
Just gonna let
obvious
you talk.
ones of the Halloween sequels, especially Halloween 3. Like, this is at 43%, but it's a really
That's
good movie
fantastic.
just for like a sci-fi horror movie. I know some people don't like it because it doesn't have Michael Myers and all that, but it's a really good just horror anthology kind of tale. So yeah, and I was just surprised. All the Halloween sequels had really low scores, and I'm like, there's no way that all the Halloween movies can have that low scores. Like, even expecting it to be, lower, but they had some really low scores in there, and I'm like, no, a lot of those Halloween sequels are pretty good. So
Even Halloween 1, like the first one?
Oh, the first one I think is fresh, but that's
First one
like
gets
only
good,
one.
yeah.
But all the sequels, like Halloween 2, 3, 4, 5, are all really low scores. And I'm like, Halloween 3 is really good. Halloween 4 is really good too. People love Halloween 2. So I'm like, I just don't know why they're all rotten.
No joke. 3 is my favorite of the entire franchise.
Oh,
I
3
love
is so good.
Nice.
Love it. All right, Huck, what you got?
All right. So I'm not gonna talk about them because the first, I'm just gonna pull a small stack because these are very, very popular movies that I was shocked to learn were not fresh. So I'm just gonna show them to you and tell you the rating. First one up was Footloose, 52%, not fresh. What?
Wow,
Yep.
really?
Flashdance. Okay,
Yep.
Flashdance was 35%. Come on. I do love me some young Western stars. Young Guns. Look at these guys.
Yes, Emilio Estevez.
41%. I got a kick because I kind of grew up with these guys, coming up, and I love that sort of Rat Pack becomes a bunch of Western stars. And I know this one sounds funny, y'all, but at 47% rotten. When he first came out, the guy in his first 4 movies came out at number 1 when they came out. And he was young. He had charisma. He had a little bit of edge to him that we hadn't seen in an action star. And that is Steven Seagal's first film, Above the Law. Above the Law was 47%, and this movie kicks ass.
Yes,
He's
it
very
does.
good. You know, before he got all like fat and could barely talk and slow down. I mean, he was spry and cracking arms and legs, and yeah, he was super good. So that's my stack there, y'all.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice stack. Yeah, I love Young Guns.
Yeah,
it's good
that
stuff.
stack was really impressive. Now I don't want to go.
Oh, here, I'll give you 2 more. Here,
All of mine are like, yeah, it's obvious why they're red.
That's 2 over. And just so you guys know, the original Top Gun, 58%.
I know, right?
The original
The original
makes
Top
no
Gun.
sense anymore.
Yeah.
The world
I still can't get over what Halloween Season of the Witch is 43%. That's crazy to me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Spaceballs, 56%.
Yeah, I have it over there too.
Yeah.
Tom motherfucking Atkins, bro. Like, what's going on?
Preach on, Vincent.
If that movie wasn't called Halloween, it would have been loved a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Totally.
Just maybe just Season of the Witch. Just call it Season of the Witch, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Use
yeah.
the tagline as the title. Yeah.
You can get rid of the Nicolas Cage one, and then
There you go. Mel, you got anything on your table?
Well, I'll just fly through a couple of them. Pet Cemetery, the original one, was 53%. I thought that was crazy.
Wow.
License to Drive,
yeah.
was 24%. This had both the Coreys in it. That one was surprising. This one might not be so surprising, but Shocker, 27%.
I love Shocker.
Shocker, there's no good.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
I love Shocker.
Oh, Wes
course it is.
Craven,
It's
like
a
that was
shocker.
crazy.
It's
Yeah.
rotten.
Right?
Yeah, and then this will be my last one. Cherry 2000. I absolutely love this one.
Oh, that's fun.
It was 38%. That was a bummer to find out. The rest of them, I feel like, were obvious why.
Where you're like, yeah, that's.
Well, I was like, I really love this movie. I would totally recommend it. But yeah, okay, that's not surprising.
So I'm just gonna recommend 3 more as my honorable mentions, and then everyone will do their outro stuff. We have Three Amigos.
Yep.
It's a fun as heck movie, 45%. Chopping Mall.
Mhm.
Love this one. What is Chop? I have it written at the side, 50%, which is higher than I actually would have thought.
It's higher than I would expect. Yeah.
I had that down. I had that down on my list, but someone mentioned it in the comments before we started, so I thought it'd been more of a cop out if I said it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I don't know who's seen this before, but Final Countdown is
Oh, yeah.
really good. 53%.
That's
is
fun.
a good one.
That's a goal. That's my jam.
Okay. This has been an absolute blast. Seriously, thank you, all you guys, for being on this. I had an absolute blast. If everyone liked this in the comments, maybe I'll do a 90s one next. There's a lot of stuff. I don't know if you guys noticed as you're looking. There's a lot of stuff in the 90s, too. Because I'm pulling out titles that are like early 90s. I'm like, this didn't quite make it. So,
Me too.
so maybe I'll do a 90s one also. But
That would be
anyway,
fantastic.
yeah, I think I ran across more 90s than 80s in my collection.
Yeah.
But
Me too.
we'll run through. Everyone can say whatever you got going on, and start with you, David.
All right. Tim, thanks for having me on. You guys have been great. I love the picks you guys have had. So coming up on the Lowdown on Monday, I'll be on Huck's show for the trivia challenge. So wish me luck on that. Then after that, I'll be doing a live stream on Instagram with TurnerFan77 and Alex from Geeks and Flicks. On Tuesday will be my Top 10 Tuesday. We're going to do Top 10 comedies at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Turner Fan and I have picked 5 movies each. We're going to score them and rank them to see which one comes out on top. So hope you guys can check that out.
For anybody that hasn't seen his ranking, his Lowdown ranking, it's really cool. I got to do it, and it's a lot of fun. So check those out. The way he has like all the different metrics of the movie and it all works out to a final score. It's cool. So yeah, check it out definitely. So all right, Vengeance, what you got?
Hi guys, my name's Matt. I'm from Vengeance Media, and to be honest, guys, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know any of these guys. I
don't collect movies.
I don't know how I got here.
Somebody just sent me the link, and
multiverse.
It was a spam email with the link on it.
You can find me on Instagram at Vengeance Media, TikTok Vengeance Media, and I will be doing a YouTube very soon. But in the meantime, you can find me in the comment section in Mid-Level Media's live streams. I'm an admin on there, and I'm an admin for Michelle for Married with Media. And it's a great community. I feel very blessed by this community, and I love each and every single one of you. So thank you so much for having me on. And yeah, and I will hopefully be on Huck's quiz soon. That'd be amazing.
Yes, sir.
At 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
All right, Mega Mike the Movie Man. Go ahead.
Yes, you all know me, Mega Mike the Movie Man. For some content dropping tomorrow, I will be doing a unboxing and review of Edge of Tomorrow Steelbook, so you can look for that on the channel. Also, I do have a top 10 ranking of my favorite sports movies of all time coming out in the next couple days here. And then also on my wedding day, Tuesday, got a special video for that. Me and my wife-to-be showing our top 5 movies each to get ready for a wedding. So it'll be like a top 10 list together. So definitely stop on by for that. That will be posting Tuesday. So I don't even stop for the wedding. Every day I post something on my channel. So if you want the daily content, you got to stop by the channel.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
That is awesome. I knowing by doing this, keeping daily content is hard. So kudos, man. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Huck's Pop Culture Cafe, the Trivia Master.
All right. First, I want to say, Tim, this was so much fun. All you guys are awesome, man. This was super dope, super fun. Again, congrats, Mega Mike the Movie Man, on your wedding with TV. I am so happy for you. I've been happily married for 16 years to my wife, so I know the joys of all that. And while I'm signing off, I'm just going to hug my last one here. Weird Science. This is 57%. Yeah, just had to say one more for the end. Can you believe the freaking rotten? Kelly LeBrock. Anyway, yeah, so every Monday I do a box office breakdown. Every Tuesday morning I do a live show to send people out for their Blu-ray huntings to get like stuff in their ear holes so they can have like a little podcast goodness. Monday night we got the trivia coming up with the Blu-ray King, Bearded Four Eyes Man, the 4K Lowdown, and Brian Goes Blue. It is going to be excellent, spectacular. We're going to do what we did with Mel's. It's going to raise the roof, raise the stakes, only hopefully take out all the legalities that cause us to get shut down the entire world. So, yeah. And then if all goes well, these two guys will be on the one afterwards. But 4K Lowdown is going to be on. So you guys tune in. These two are already rock stars. They've already played. So
I lost.
I lost too.
Played great. Played great.
I actually requested that Tim be on with me, so I would have a fighting.
I want to do a loser's version.
All right.
Yeah, you need to have a low star bracket to where, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll probably be on that.
Yeah. Done. All right. Tonight on the losers edition of the trivia. Mel, Tim.
Just us.
Yeah, just the two of you. No, we get on Ken, get Ken there. Yeah,
oh, yeah, there we go. Am I next?
Yes.
You're next.
Mel, My Killer Podcast. Tim, thank you so much for having me on here. This was so much fun. Congrats, Mike, on your upcoming nuptials. That's really cool. You guys can, like I said, find me on YouTube and all the things at My Killer Podcast. I drop videos every week, just random stuff that I decide to do. However, next week on Wednesday, we're doing another Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel movie review. We review terrible movies, so you don't have to. And then we have another Rad Pack episode happening on Friday. Summer camp movies.
Ooh, nice. Okay. This has been a blast. Like I said, this was my first live stream back in about a month, and I couldn't ask for anything more. great panel, lots of great conversation, and lots of, rotten movies shown. It was a blast. So, yeah. Thanks, everyone, for watching, for commenting. I think I'll do a 90s version. I think people would like that. So, yeah,
Do it.
that's all I got. See you guys.